Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be asking the question, how viable is Proving Grounds Demon Hunter in this meta game? The meta right now has actually got quite a lot of aggro in it. We can just take a look here on HS Replay's meta tab, and all of the top decks here are aggressive ones at Diamond through Legend, even at top 1000. Pretty aggressive looking meta for the top tier decks. And this Proving Grounds Demon Hunter has always been pretty good against aggro because we're running a lot of lifesteal, a lot of early removal, and we have a swing turn around turn 6 that aggro decks generally don't have the tools to come back from in our Proving Grounds spell, which summons Colossus onto the board, and we just kind of snowball from there. So I'm just going to try this deck out again. It's not a new deck by any means, but every little meta game change I like to play a little bit, see how well it does. So we're going to see how it does today. I'm not Legend right now on America's servers, but the MMR is around 600 Legend, I would say. So don't take this chicken rank at face value by any means. Okay. It's a Warlock. If it's a Mindlock, this deck's not amazing, but this Implock is pretty decent into it. Could keep like this to get an Outcast I-Beam. I think that's reasonable. We're trying to assume here we're against an aggro deck because we don't want to be mulliganing for Mindlock, because the matchup I don't think is particularly good. But if we're just facing aggressive decks, this is certainly one that you want to be playing, I think. Weaknesses of this deck really are decks with very good board clears to deal with the colossal turns, so we don't get enough damage to go to face, and decks that go really tall, so we can't really remove their minions. Stuff like Miracle Rogue or Boon Priest are a problem for this deck. But any deck that plays sort of mid-sized minions, we're going to be okay against. So we want to weave like almost every turn with this deck rather than equip the weapon. We have plenty of mana to spend early on, so we're just getting like juicing up our Kurt and doing a bit more face damage. Looks like it is an Implock. We're glad we kept this. Wouldn't keep this if this wasn't going to Outcast position, obviously, but having it on the left here is just nice if they have a minion we can't really deal with or we need some extra health. Okay, we do need to draw. We need to find our Proving Grounds, maybe our AoE for turn 5. Do have a Reveler for 6, but it's not nearly as good as a Proving Ground. They're getting pretty low here. Always a chance we can just kill them. Okay, there's a topple if he goes wide next turn. We can maybe just Chaos Strike to kill this and push some face damage. Might even Fell Barrage face as well, actually, since they're getting so low. And we have some removal anyway. Push the damage, put them to 11. Make sure they have to do something. They're not really doing too much right now. Got this Vile Library ready to go, but it seems they have no imps for it. Okay, coins are cool. Now we could topple here to try and find our turn 6 play. It's a bit risky if we don't hit anything that can kill this. Alternatively, go Mark and I-Beam. I think I like the Mark and I-Beam. Hopefully don't draw a minion here. Okay, we've got the Proving Grounds, which is nice. Got to decide if I want to deal one to them or heal me for one, and I'm going to deal one to them, I think. So we could go for this straight away, or we could go for this first. We have an All Fails Breaks Loose, so I probably will go for the Proving Grounds just to get the Z-Lag out of the deck. Oh, we got two of them even. So the idea is we get the Z-Lag, we can like refill with an All Fails Breaks Loose. Nice. Kill up with some of the board with an Epsilon. Now it's actually kind of good that we only summoned 3 stalks here. That means like we're gonna meet the requirement for All Fails Breaks Loose, but there's gonna be less stalks in the pool. And if you resummon the Z-Lag, you get all the stalks anyway. So this is kind of perfect order for us. He has a board clear here. Kind of needs to deal with an Epsilon too. It's kind of hard to do everything. But even if they do that, we can just like refill the board with this. Okay, that's looking like a concede if you're starting the turn like that. Alright, nice. Got the win. It's a pretty fun deck to play. It's never going to be a tier 1 deck, I don't think. Oh, I think the game might have bugged out. No, we're back. It's going to be a tier 1 deck, but I think it's pretty viable in an aggro meta. Just so you get like really good value out of I-Beams and Chaos Leeches, that sort of thing. Whereas if you're against like a slower deck, those sort of cards just kind of tend to not get that much value. But you saw that game, we were very comfortably ahead the whole way. Go again. Now the mulligan for this deck, you really want to matchup dependent. You always want to keep Proving Grounds whenever you get it. You want that against any deck. But outside of that, you just want like early stuff to get you to the Proving Grounds, because even if you don't have the Proving Grounds, it's pretty likely you find a turn 6 play, either the hero card, Master Reveler, or Proving Grounds itself. So just having a curve up to that point is very important. One other bit of advice I could give you for this deck would be careful how much you draw, because there's a risk of failure if we draw our minions, then the Proving Grounds suddenly doesn't work. So you have to, if you have this already, you have to kind of consider whether you actually need to draw cards. Sometimes it's better to do nothing until after you've played this. We'll probably play the Sigil here. I mean, like, yeah, this is the issue if we draw this. Can always draw a Dispose of Evidence to send it back. But yeah, if we draw one of the Neptulon or the Burning Blade, we're going to be very sad. But we have like no removal in our hand, so it's good to find a little bit of that at least. This one's nice, we can remove and push some face. I think we will just trade the Need for Greed here. Or we could decide not to do anything. I really want to put the Z-Lag back in, but I will trade this. Okay, let's weave. Next turn we'll have Weapon Chaos Leech to remove something, then we'll have Topple if we need it, then we'll have the Proving Grounds. Kind of being a bit greedy here, trying to find a Dispose to put this back in. Do run the risk of drawing the other minions, which we would not be happy about. So we've got to kind of weigh up what we want to do here. Alright. I think maybe we want to be quite aggressive here and just push a lot of damage. We should be fine dealing with their board with what we have. And then we've got Kurt for pushing more damage, Z-Lag on 7, potentially. But it's very hard for like a deck which plays mid-sized minions to actually stick a board against weapons and Chaos Leeches and stuff. Okay, let's just clean up some of this board. I'm going to take a bit of face damage, but that's okay. Not nearly enough to kill us yet. Then we got the Proving Grounds next turn, going to find us Neptulons and Burning Blades. Grass Revelers 2, which will give us one of the other two cards. Which is kind of fine. Like, sometimes not great into Mage because they have Deathborn. Always got the option to go for this as well, but probably want to go for this one first. When we have All Fails Breaks Loose, we kind of want to res the Z-Lag. And of course, the Kurtrus does summon demons, so if you've got the demons from this in the pool, you're less likely to resummon this. They're just sending it. Not really in danger of dying yet. We do have the armor from this we can get. So for now, let's... Proving Grounds? Oh wow, we got double taunt here. That's pretty unlucky, actually, to not get a single Neptulon. I think it was the only outcome when we hit both Masked Revelers, and both Masked Revelers give these. And a Coroner. Two of them! Oh wow. That's not good. Well, we can actually Proving Grounds again. We want. Well, we're taking on a bit too much damage here. Maybe we would die if we do this. I mean, we do get a taunt. How much can they push max? 6, 8, 10. It would be lethal. Wow. This was very unlucky. We get the Neptulon, we just kill the board. If the Neptulon kills our Burning Blade, we have a taunt. We actually got the only outcome, which was bad for us. But we don't really have a choice here, we have to go for this. Sadly, and it's probably going to not end well in a couple of turns. Really kind of unfortunate here. For the minion. But I mean, this all can happen with the deck, I suppose. You get the wrong minion, you're very sad. Just out of all the outcomes there, that one was really a little unlucky. They have so much burn. I'm gonna have 3 mana for 9. Don't think we can survive. Or can that help? For a turn, maybe. But there's just so much left. It's really hard to swing the board back to lethal. We can play this to get the Shrieker back. It's probably our best bet. Let's hope that doesn't hit our face. Okay. Sadly, this doesn't get both of them back, but at least we're not really dead yet. I don't think. They have 6 plus 6, but I don't think they have the mana. We're very close to dead. I think we'll be dead next turn. Unless we get an I-beam here. So we're going to trade this, get an I-beam, and play the Z-Lag. For a chance of winning, I think. No. Sadly, we die if we play it now. So probably cannot win this one. Yeah, looks like we don't even draw the I-beam. Alright, pack this one in. Just an unlucky proving grounds really to hit that. It was like there was 4 possible minions, so to get both Master Revelers already a bit unlucky, and for both Master Revelers to give the same minion that wasn't a Neptulon is also unlucky. That's okay, we'll try again. And another mage. Gonna look for the weapon and proving grounds, I think, yeah. We do have the dispose this time to send something back. Okay, that would be something we want to send back later. And normally I want to weave, but we really need to draw something to deal with this turn too. I don't really want to use the dispose right now. So we're going to trade on one. There's a bunch of turn 2 plays that can do it. Wow, okay. Really not a great start this hand. Draw too many minions. I guess we'll try and send one of them back here whilst removing a bit of the board. We miss on both of these here. We're very, very sad. At least we can send that one back. Just kill that for board control. Hopefully we'll find Chaos Leash, I-beam, or the weapon on the next turn. No. We could try send this back just to remove the minion. We miss, it's like not a huge deal. Just don't want to keep taking the repeat damage. Okay, we send it back, that's very good. So we do kind of want to push some face damage, but we clean the board up, then don't have to deal with that board later, you know. And as we saw in the last game, the face damage is quite relevant, coming our way. Okay, that would have been nice on the previous turn. Opponent didn't do anything, we didn't do anything. But that's fine. Now, like I said, Deathborn can be an issue. Maybe we want to be a bit slightly careful here. And not proving grounds straight away. Maybe we take our time to play the Reveler or the Kurt here. I think let's go for the Kurt. We'll likely go for this soon, but I don't want to just do it and then get immediately Deathborn. We want to try and put out some stuff that's not weak to Deathborn first, potentially. Because the opponent has been passing, so the chance they have it is kind of high. So here we might just Reveler. And we just kind of save this thing for when we need it. Or we're not in too much danger. Oh, it's Ping Mage, so maybe they're not running Deathborn. Maybe we're a bit... It's a bit better to go for this now. Okay. Okay, looks like we got the Z-Lag. All face. Alright then. Yeah, we're a bit scared of the death bomb, but like if they do it, we are pushing quite a lot of face with these and the refresh on the hero power. Solid alibi. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're a bit scared of Mordresh potentially, because might be the only way for them to survive. So what we can do is have this Death Rattle of the Masked Reveler. And basically that means if they do Mordresh to clear everything, this will get popped and we'll get Neptulon or a Zelag out of it, which would mean they kind of die unless they have a flurry. So maybe we can do this. I really don't want them to pop this. I mean, let's just do this. Like the players kind of indicate they might have a Mordresh, but they can't really play it, I don't think. Okay, they do. We get the Zelag or Neptune. Both of them are kind of an issue for them. They can freeze one of them, but then it's going to die to the rest of them. Beautiful. Alright, nice. Okay, there are just a few games with the deck. Like I said, it's not a new deck, but it's always one I like going back to. I have a lot of fun with it, so if I'm like just trying to climb the legend, I like going for this one, even though it's not a tier 1 deck by any means. It's just a fun one, and I just enjoy playing it. So hopefully you guys might have some fun with it as well. I'll put the code in the description. There's some cards you can play around with. You don't have to run the Burning Blade. You could also run where is it? This guy, the Stoneborn Generals, he's fine in that slot too. You could also run the Bone Zone. Where is he? Bone Lord. Bone Lord Frost Whisper. He's actually kind of okay in this deck as well, since you've got quite a few expensive plays. So if you get him out of the Proving Grounds and you got like a Neptulon in hand, you can just follow up with a 0-man Neptulon next turn, which is kind of fun as well. But if you want to stick to the standard one, just go for the Burning Blade, just as like a fine filler minion in that slot. And remember, weave every single turn in the early game if you can. Alright guys, that's the video for today. Hope you had fun watching it. I had fun playing it. And good luck on ladder.